Hello everyone, let's start the journey of spatial databases with me. As I mentioned before that I have a long experience working with spatial databases. So I will teach you different. So what I am going to do, I am teaching you the spatial databases by delivering different lectures. And what I am planning that I will provide all the helping materials and on the tables by exporting the databases, and I will share it to you if you subscribe my channel and DM your email ID in comments. So let's start with the first concept, which is the spatial data formats in PostgreSQL. There are multiple spatial data formats, but now I am explaining the difference in WKT and WKB, and we will practice it in PostgreSQL to see the difference, what it can do for us. So basically, what is WKT? WKT stands for well-known text. Well-known text is a human readable text format used to represent geometries. So what we do with WKT, we use it to represent geometries, and it is a human readable format. For example, if we all know in GIS that there are three types of geometries: point, line, and polygon. So basically, point is a point is a combination of x and y coordinates, and a line string is basically a combination, or you can say a collection of multiple points, and a polygon is basically a closed shape in which the first and the last point needs to be same. So what we understand it from it, that WKT and is basically a format that is identifiable, readable, and understandable by humans. I have made this document and multiple documents so that I smoothly deliver you when I am making the video. Next, let's understand WKB. WKB is basically a well-known binary. It is a data format in binary version which stores our geometries in binary version. We all studied in our childhoods that computer stored the data in zeros and ones. So this is that format, W noun binary, which stores our point, line, or polygon in zeros and ones. There are multiple benefits of it, that it is efficient while processing. So let's come on to the PostgreSQL. Firstly, we will create a database with the name of spatial demo. So create database spatial demo is the query to create a database, in which create database will remain fixed. If you want to create at your side, you write create database and then the name of the database after it. I have created this database before here, and let's do it in front of you. So first of all, I will write create database. What was the name? Oh, that was spatial demo. Let's write in lowercase, spatial underscore demo. It will create the name of, it will create a database. Okay, I have basically deleted this spatial demo. Let's create it here. Create database spatial demo. Okay. Okay, what is the error? Connection failed. Connection to server port 5432 spatial demo does not exist. Okay, let's refresh it. And then create database. We can also create a database from here, spatial underscore demo, and save it. It has created a database, and what we have to do, we have to connect it with the PostGIS. For this we have to write a query create extension PostGIS. PostGIS is basically a extension to work with spatial data in PostgreSQL. PostGIS. Create extension PostGIS. Let's run it, and to simply have to test it, is the PostGIS extension is created or not. We can simply select the version. If it shows the version, it means that the connection has been stable. Select PostGIS version, PostGIS underscore version. Yes. It will show us the version of the PostGIS. So firstly, let's create a table with the name of cities, and I am going to make 3 columns in it. For creating columns, we have to write the name of the column and then the data type, which is serial. And then if you want to make it a primary key of this table, you have to write primary key keyword here. And then I am making a second column, which is city name, and for this I am using the data type of varchar with the length of 50. And then I am making a third column, which is population. The column name is population, and its data type is integer. So let's create this table under spatial down. We can see it under schema, under public, over table name, which is of cities. Alright, this has been created because we have connected with the extension of PostGIS, and it has here we have the table we have created with the name of city, and these are the 3 columns, which is ID, city name, and the population name. Okay, so I guess next we have to insert a data into it. For it we have to write insert into cities. Cities is the basically cities here is the name of the table in which we want to insert our data, and here we have to write the name of the columns and then values. Value is the keyword, insert is the keyword, into is the keyword. From keyword I mean that we have to write it to insert that for insertion of the data in this table, which name is cities. So let's insert the data, which is we have different values in it. There are 5 rows has been inserted in the table name cities. So let's view our data. Select asterisk, we can write asterisk here. Select asterisk from the name of the table is cities. Asterisk stands, we can say we mostly write asterisk to see all the data in the concerning table. This is the data which has been this is the data which has inserted in our table. Okay, so as we have view our data, so let's practice with some of very basic SQL queries. I can teach you advanced level of SQL, spatial SQL basically, but what you have to do, you have to learn it with me and practice it, because SQL is a language you can only learn it by practicing it. So it is a simple query, which is of select, just like before we have write select asterisk from cities. City name is basically the column name. By writing city name, select city name, we can see a specific column from this table. This is the column we have made, which has 5 rows with the data Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, Faisalabad and Multan. Okay. Now there, as there were two tables, two columns basically, one was of city name and the other was of population. So we can filter out our data by using the keyword of where. Like we can select all the data from cities table where the population must be greater than this from this figure. So for it, mean to say, if you want to query your data on the basis of the data inserted in some other column, you can filter it by using the word of key where. You can say that there are 3 cities which has the population greater than what we have specified in this query. Okay, so like is basically the keyword to sorry, like is basically the keyword when you don't know what is in your, when you are not sure what is the data stored in your table, rather you are want to select all the data starting with a specific letter. So as in this query, let's study it first. Select asterisk from cities mean select all the data from this table where city name is the column name. City name like L means city names like L means the data stored in city name, its first letter needs to be started with L, and further there any of the letters now you will see all the cities with, it will select all the cities starting with the letter of L. As we have only one city with starting with the letter of L, so it has only selected one city. Okay, order by is basically there are 2 types of order, ascending and descending. Ascending from smallest to largest and descending is basically from largest to smallest. So what this query is doing here, we are selecting all our data and ordering by the order by keyword will order by our population data by in descending order, means the cities having larger population, having largest population comes on the first, and other will be follow it, and other will follow it. We can see here that Karachi has the largest population, then Lahore, then Faisalabad, then Multan, and then Islamabad came at last. But it is the random data what I have stored in our table. It is not the actual data. Okay, count is a very special keyword. What it can do for you, it can give you the count, total count. As we are selecting the count, select count asterisk from cities. So as we are selecting the count from cities means all the data, how means how many data you have in your cities table, it will give you the count of that. Okay, we can actually combine it with some other query, like we can select the count from city tables where population is greater than from this figure. Means to say, give me the count where the population is greater than from this figure. As we have seen before that there were three cities. Okay, the next query is select average. Average is basically an aggregate function, and I don't know why I have listed here it. So what it can give you, the average of a column or average of a specific data on which you will apply this. Select average population from cities. It will give you the average population. Now let's come on the WKT and WKB. So for this, what we will do, we will create a special table. Special table is basically a table which has geometry in it. For this, let's create a table name with city locations, in which I am creating three columns: ID, its data type, and I am making it primary key, and second column is city name, and then the third column is geom, which is the name of the column, and geometry is the type. And what I am making its type, it is point. And let's create this table first. The table has been created. So what we have learned before, that WKT is basically the data but understandable for humans, means for ourselves. So let's insert the data in it. Insert into city locations, means to say the name of the table, and then the city name column and the geom name column, and what the values we are storing it in it. The name will be Lahore, and geom, what will be the geom, it is st geom from text. So for making it WKT format, what we will do, we will use st geom from text function. Here we have to write this function here, and then the point and its geometry type here, spatial reference basically. So let's copy it in PostgreSQL and insert the data. Okay, let's see what we have inserted. What was the name? The name was city locations. Copy from here and paste it here. This is the geometry we have. By clicking on that icon, okay, it is not working here, so it's fine. We will see it in next lectures. Okay, firstly we store the data, and then if you want to see it in WKT format, you have to write st as text, means to say give our geometry to us in the text format. You have to write the query, select city name, st as text geom. It will give you the geometry in WKT format. From city locations means the table name. See, these are the coordinates we have stored. before. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am inserting more data in the same table. For this I am using this query as I have make you understand how to insert the data, what will the keywords and words you must have to use. But still, if you are confused or you have some questions, you can simply comment me. I am making sure to reply your comments. Okay, let's again see the data in city locations table. This is the data, and if we select it again, we can simply see the WKT format of the data here. Okay, so the purpose of WKT is that if you are working in a company in which you have a Excel, okay, and which is in binary format, okay, and you are doing some analysis and you want to read the data to query it further, you can see it in a format which is understandable by you. So if you want to if you want to check the data type of your geometry column, what you can do, you can simply see the data type of your data. How you can write this function. It's a special function, st geometry type. So simply we can see the geometry type, which is we have stored our data in point format. So you can simply see the geometry. Means to say, if you are not familiar with the data base or the data, what you can do, you can firstly check its geometry type by using the function of st geometry type. Okay, next, convert your geometry in binary format. Conversion of your geometry in binary format. Okay, for this we are selecting our data, which is we are selecting the city name table and the geom st as binary. St as binary is the function. The binary data has converted. Okay, reverse WK to W as our data is now converted into WKB format. So what we can do, we can still see over, or you can say still convert our data to see the WKT format. For this, what you can do, you can write this query. What this query is doing, we are seeing the data in the text format and using this function stgeom from WKB, means your data is in WKB format. We are using this function st as binary to convert our geometry into binary format, and then we are selecting our geom from in WKB format, and then we are seeing it in format of WKT. This is the WKT format. It proves that the WKT can be converted into WKB and you can see your data in WKB again. Okay, so if you want to see all the geometry in WKT format, means in the text format, what you have to do again, you can simply select city name, stx text needs to be right here to see your data in WKT, means to say in text format. Alright, so one thing I am going to mention you, that by using select keyword, you simply selecting your data. You can select your data in whatever format in what you want to see it. The data in actually has stored in your database in the format you have inserted. Like if I am inserted it in WKT, computer stores in its system in WKB format. So you can simply save query your data in whatever useful for you. As today we learned how spatial data is represented using WKT and WKB. In the next video we will connect PostgreSQL with QGIS, and what we have did here, we will actually see these geometry on the map in QGIS, and in further videos I have made a roadmap to teach you the spatial databases. In for this I am planning to firstly teach you that how we can simply import the data from QGIS to PostgreSQL, and then how to curate to and can and how to do spatial analysis in PostgreSQL. Okay, and please make sure and do make sure to subscribe it and comment me from that I will share you the helping material and the tables what we have made today.